check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now look at Memphis' starting group. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Buckets is out there with Morant, and it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And after suffering that knee injury in the bubble back in 2020, Jackson worked his way back steep.
That's always one of the toughest parts of the game, dealing with serious injury when you're young. They're hoping he can remain healthy because he's a foundational piece moving forward. So many teams are loading up on big wings who can shoot it. Dylan Brooks, he fits that bill.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. I asked him about the task of slowing down Ja Morant. Coach said the one thing you can't account for with Morant is his explosiveness. Everything else you can plan for, but sometimes he'll just beat you. And Kevin, that's what they mean when they say good defense, better offense. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jackson passes to Zubac. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. And the pass to Morant. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for buckets.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Early on here, Greg, we already see some second-year players looking much improved over their rookie season.
Yeah, and if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. You're comfortable now with the speed and physicality of the game, and I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year.
Now, here's Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson finds Leonard. Six on the shot clock. From deep. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Buckets, defended by George. Oh, he misses the dunk. Leonard dishes to George. Outside Jackson. Back to George. Can they get it? It's deflected.
On the block shot, Dylan won't beat you with length, but he does have good lift off the floor.
Here's Morant. And finished up by Morant.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the intensity Steven Adams brings onto the court with him is obvious. Doesn't let the game come to him. He wants to dictate tempo.
And Greg, that's a quality that served him well. He had a lot to prove when he came into this league. He had to be assertive early on. That attitude has never left him. He still is an intimidator.
And the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Buckets, defended by George. Here's Buckets, and it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. He gets it in there. Leonard's got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
Kawhi is a threat from anywhere. To him, the mid-range is a good scoring option.
Here's Buckets. Passes it to Adams. 4 on the shot clock. From deep, Brooks bangs home the trifecta. Brooks has got 6.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here. Possibly over before it began.
Zubac, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant.
Second team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Zubac. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jackson. Morant gets a hand on it.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Go into the line for 1. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Number 10.
They're doing a great job defensively down low. They've already racked up a lot of blocks. They've established an intimidation factor early in this one.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Now here's Leonard to the wing right side. Guarded by Jackson. 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. And Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Jackson against Morant. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Adams.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's George. Los Angeles with another miss. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's George following the score by Memphis. Leonard the pass to Jackson. And it's off the back rim, no good. Memphis leading by 21. Buckets defended by George. Yep, that one goes. 17 points for Buckets.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
On the clock, here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And so here are the Clippers following the score by Memphis. Guarded by Jackson. To the middle. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Powell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Memphis has gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Buckets. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Three-pointer.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Leonard, the pass to Powell. Back to Leonard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Ball to Memphis.
Memphis in total control. Out to the right wing. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3 ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
Here's Buckets. And the 3 ball is good. Buckets got 28 points for the game.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Five on the clock. Back to Leonard to stop the drought. It's rebounded by Memphis.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Nailed from three-point land.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence. And he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Now here's Powell.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there. Check mark. The physicality. Check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
Here's Jackson after Memphis gets the 3. And it's Leonard at the elbow. It's blocked.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Now, here's Zubac.
Grizzlies foul.
Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the first. Powell kicks to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Leonard missing.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Here's Buckets. Jackson trying to break free.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Pass to Batum. Powell in the high post. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Guarded by Jackson. To halt the run. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Grizzlies ball.
Memphis in total control. Here's Buckets. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And here are the Clippers now after Memphis gets the 3. Here's Powell. And again, it's the Clippers missing. It's been a very successful stretch for them.
I mean, you are so right. This is quite a run they're on.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. Buckets, guarded by Powell. Buckets, and again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Jackson. Now here's Batum. Nice D from Brooks.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Grizzlies running away with it. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about
probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Powell is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in the point. Connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days, but they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me.
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Driving in, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Here's man, guarded by Morant. Pass to Kennard. The Clippers again turning it over. And Luke Kennard signing a 4-year deal at the end of 2020. This team feels he can be a big part of their future.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised at the size of the contract, Kevin, but it shows how much the three-pointer is valued in the NBA. The Clippers saw he provides a much-needed aspect.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's George in for Norman Powell. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Grizzlies have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Buckets. Kennard covering. Batum brings the double team. Now, here's Kennard. Defense right on him. The pass to George. They get a hand on it. To end the run. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bucket's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Morant with the drive. And finished off by Morant.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Covington finds George. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Good! Another from 3.
Hey, guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Here's George. He had 13 points in the win against Golden State.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Memphis has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. And another one.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And Adams sends it back. Buckets, defended by Batum. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for 2nd for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. And here's Morant. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Passes to Buckets. And again for 3.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now, Greg, alone in 2nd place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Here's Morant. He's got 8, pass to Buckets. And good! There's another.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. LA has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Mann, guarded by Morant. Kicks it out to Covington. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Morant. He feeds it to Brooks. There's the pass to Buckets. Shot clock at 6 for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
Batum passes to Mann. And a miss there on the triple. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Zubats. Poked away. And here we go. Morant with a wide open look. Again, Memphis.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
And here's Los Angeles. Now George. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Left side, Batum. And again, no good by the Clippers. Their offense is really clicking.
And yeah, I can see them adding even more points.
Out to Brooks, over George, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Brooks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here's George for 3. That one, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
And you know this, what you do on the backboard may not completely win or lose a game, but it can tip the scale in one team's favor.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kawhi Leonard checked in for Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Adams against Zubac. And Adams sends it back. Morant right side. Nice shot from the wing. Morant's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Kicks to Leonard. And that one drops.
Hard not to call Leonard's number every time down the floor. He's become that dominant.
Morant outside. Pass to Buckets. Launches a 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
3 points.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Norman Powell checked in for the Clippers.
Norman Powell.
Three-pointer. Zubac trying to break loose. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. It's Brooks on the wing. To the paint. And Adams kicks to Morant. Buckets. Guarded by Powell. The 3. And that one's good. Morant's got 11 points in the quarter.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Here's Leonard. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Still Clippers ball.
.153 left now here in the second, and they get it back. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And here is Los Angeles now.
When you watch Dillon Brooks play, you know, he's got some sandpaper to his game. Not shy about trading elbows.
I love those guys. You need these guys to win in this league. Willing to take the defensive challenge and put their bodies on the line to get stops.
Powell finds Leonard again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Leonard against Brooks. To stop the run. Another miss by Leonard.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Powell with the steal. And they're moving it up. And it's Zubats atop the key. Up top, Powell, guarded by Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard, that's for 2. Another miss by Leonard. 16 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Jackson. Good on the bucket. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot. No problem.
Leonard looking around. Lets it go from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Memphis, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Right back after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Down in the paint, they're doing everything right, seeking out high percentage looks. So far, the defense hasn't had any answer for that. And we'll see if those adjustments that the coaches are making at halftime work.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
I know teams love to rely on the three these days, but you got to know when to get away. They didn't, at least throughout the first half. Hopefully they're making the adjustments, but sometimes teams just get stubborn.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Not that bad.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Ja Morant, he's out there with buckets. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. No good from Zubats. Buckets, defended by George. Here's Morant. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubats. It's stolen by Adams. And again, Memphis running the court in transition. Here's Buckets. Again, what an avalanche. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
And it's Buckets with the foul.
Number 10.
That's foul number 2 for him. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Jackson against Morant. George passes to Zubats. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Buckets. And another one falls. Amazing.
And that score moving him clear into 3rd all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Baines checked in for the Grizzlies. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Jackson against Morant. There's the drive and finished off by Morant.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Now the pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Leonard draws the double. Zubac against Morant. 4 on the clock. Passes it to George. Looking to end his cold spell. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Bain. The three. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Morant against Jackson. Pass to George. And George with his stuff.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Morant. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Down low. Here's Zubac. Lays it up off the glass. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And he drives in. And the shot goes in.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Jackson kicks to Zubac. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him.
Foul. Second team foul.
Baseline jumper. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Morant drives in and finished off by Morant.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his player on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. DA, thank you. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Just 2 to shoot. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Morant passes to Bain. Here's Jackson, and another basket for Memphis.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson against Morant. Up top, Leonard. And there's the pass to Jackson. 17-foot shot on the way.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
To the left wing, Bain for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Bain's got 6 points in the quarter.
And what a fantastic start here
to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And Brooks gets it to go.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Jackson misses off the left iron. Memphis has gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. And finished off by Morant.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
The Clippers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Jackson has the open look. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Morant with it. Leonard picks him up. And Adams kicks to Morant. Brooks from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Grizzlies. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mann's checked in for Jackson.
Coming onto the floor for your Clippers, Terrence Mann.
Leonard against Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Outside, George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. And it's Memphis on the break. The three from Morant. And again, it's Memphis with the three. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Driving inside and finished off by Morant.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Pass to Mann. Kennard on the wing. He kicks it to George. Mann passes to Kennard. Here's Mann. Guarded by Morant. A nice shot by George.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first three of the game, something to build on.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Grizzlies' head athletic trainer. He's calling it a high ankle sprain, and he told me that he's currently in extreme pain. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing that across all sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jackson against Leonard. Knocked loose. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Leonard against Adams. Pass to Mann. Clock at 4. Morant with it. He has 38 in the game. For the three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
The pass to Kennard. Now here is George. Brooks covering. George looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock over Brooks. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Memphis with it. And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why Kevin has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%. And he seems to be getting better with age.
So for the Clippers, Batum comes in for Leonard. And it's Powell in for Kennard.
Norman Powell.
1:14 left in the third. Here's Mann, guarded by Morant. Here's Powell. It's deflected. Now here's Morant. He's got 44. Out to the wing. Payne for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Adams defending. There's 39 seconds left in the third. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. Memphis with the ball. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here's Morant for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Trying to end the drought, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What gritty determination. Love watching Norman Powell stay with his shot and get the call.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And so Powell nails both of them.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless, and he can shoot the ball. He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Powell, guarded closely. And the dunk by Powell.
He's explosive off 1 foot, 2 feet. Norman Powell is just an incredible athlete.
Another bucket. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Norman Powell, Robert Covington out there with Hartenstein. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 1 spot. And here is Powell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Morant.
Look at Norman keeping his composure, not letting the foul stop him from taking the shot. And as good as his offense has been, Norman Powell's calling card since he entered the league is his defense.
And so Powell nails both of them. And Smitty, what makes Powell such a great defender? Clearly he has the tools.
Yes, Kevin. He has good awareness, that's one. Lateral quickness, and he's very physical, and he puts that 6'11" wingspan to use.
Morant looking around. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Look at the intensity on that drive. Norman Powell charging in like no one can stop him.
Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Norman Powell. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
Keep track of Ja, especially when he's in transition. He shows you right there.
Here's man, guarded by Morant. Passes it to Hartenstein. Clippers moving the ball around. The 11-footer. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Driving to the basket. Out to Brooks. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Will it go? And the layup by Powell.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Morant tries in. Count it.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Shooting for Memphis, Ja Morant at the foul line for 1.
That's good from Morant. And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg, what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit longer.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
Pass to Bain. Here's Brooks, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Dishes it to Covington. Out left to the wing. Here's man, guarded by Morant. Ball's knocked loose. Coffey, and yes, it's good.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Morant dishes to Brooks. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's man, guarded by Morant. Man passes to Batum. Here's Coffey. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Goes back up, and it's blocked. Here's Morant. And again.
Hit that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here's man to the inside. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Bain. From past the arc. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's man. Offensive rebound. They need this. Can't get the layup. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. And there's the drive. And finished off by Morant.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Coffee.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hartenstein, sweet little floater.
And I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
It's Morant with the drive.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Coffee passes to Hartenstein. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
Here's man. There's another block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
And GA, he is not messing around in this one. Pass to Bain. Now the dish to Brooks. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Man passes to Coffee. The pass to Man. 5 to shoot. That one's off. Still out of sync.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Into the lane. Man gets the bucket.
Man puts it in for 2.
And so here's Memphis. Morant drives in and finished off by Morant.
He has really come into this second half on an absolute tear. Really impressive effort from him so far.
Poke loose. Man passes to Coffee. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Terrence Mann gets the assist.
Coffee's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. He got it again. Sensational. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Here's Man. Covington passes to Coffee. Morant against Covington. Passes it to Coffee. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Memphis. Morant drives in. Kick out to Adams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Traps in the tray. Brooks has got 34.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Here's Man, and he dunks it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Hartenstein. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they...
Ooh, love it, love it.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Hartenstein passes to Mann. Outside Batum. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Still Clippers ball. Coming onto the floor for your Clippers, B.J. Boston.
Stolen by Brooks. There's the lob for Jackson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 16 rebounds. Over to the wing. Here's Mann. Denied by Morant.
Flying around the court, Morant can block shots both on ball.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Brooks covering. Pass to Coffey. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul.
Desmond Bane.
That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Hartenstein passes to Mann. There's the pass to Hartenstein. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Memphis.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was
for Ja Morant.
Ooh, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
.34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
The three from Morant, and another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Covington. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
That's his fifth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for LA.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for two.
So he gets them both. The three from Morant. And yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw.
At the line for your Clippers.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now, here's Morant for 3. Good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we're behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.